teachers, about a dozen of our students and I are going to show you and explain a little bit to you about Daily 5 and Cafe, which we do at Riverside Elementary School. And we'll be looking at some of the slides up there on the screen. All kindergarten through 5th grade classrooms implement the Daily 5 and Cafe structure at Riverside. It is part of our daily literacy block. It is our daily routine for reading and writing. We purposely chose this program to meet the needs of Riverside students. It is structured so during our 90-minute reading block, we found that our students needed a little bit more structure. They needed things to do specifically when their teacher was teaching to individual students or to small groups. We are convinced it is the best way to help our students. It is action research-based, and it improves classroom management. It provides a consistent way for children to take gradual responsibility for their own learning. Daily 5 structure and cafe strategies enhance and complement the district curriculum, the district standards and benchmarks, the word I want to say, the curriculum maps. Everything we are doing enhances what the district already has. Providing the structure enables the teachers to more effectively differentiate for students, teach in small groups, conference individually with students, formatively assess each student's progress, all the while students are independently doing research-based activities in reading and writing. We are confident that it is making a positive difference. Last year, we made AYP goals on the Iowa Test of Basic Skills, and we are confident this had a lot to do with that. This year, we are making steady progress as well. If you look up at the slides here, this is a report for Riverside School using Skills Iowa. Skills Iowa is an electronic district assessment and a tutoring program directly linked to the Iowa core curriculum and the Iowa assessments. Riverside is one of 6 elementary schools that is using that program this year. And as you see, this is one of our assessments. This is a fiction reading assessment, and we do one assessment every month. It's very similar to the Iowa Test of Basic Skills. In the fall, we had, can't quite read that, 56% of our students were exceeding standards on this test. It was a October, November test. And 12% were meeting standards. So about 68% were either meeting or exceeding. When we took a similar test, this is 3rd grade, mid-year, we jumped that up to 82%. Also look at the red color, the fall assessment, 26% were below standard. Our mid-year test, 11%. And we had similar results for 4th grade and 5th grade. So we are confident this program is definitely making a difference. To now tell you a little bit more about the specifics of Daily 5 is Erika Van Morrison.
I'm Erika Van Morrison, and I have to say that I have a really, really cool job. I co-teach in the kindergarten and 1st grade classroom at Riverside. And you may be wondering just a little bit more, what really is the Daily 5? And I just want to tell you that it is not a curriculum. We already have one of those. This is a literacy structure. It helps us differentiate for our students. It just really makes the differentiation so much easier for us so that we are able to work with individual students and small groups at whatever their specific level is. It integrates instruction and classroom management. It starts with a whole group mini lesson, which is then followed by a round of independent practice. And we do that typically 3 times. In our classroom, we do that 3 times, 3 rounds. A mini lesson with the whole group followed by a round of independent practice. Now, independence is absolutely the key to this structure. Systematically, our students are taught how to work independently. Even our little kindergartners, they absolutely can do it. And that frees me and my colleagues to work with those individual students, to work with small groups, and know that the other children are actively engaged in something that is meaningful. This structure includes 5 independent literacy tasks.
Hello, I'm Christy Von Hagel, and I teach with Erika in our K-1 multi-age classroom, and I'm going to be sharing with you those 5 literacy tasks. It's called the Daily 5 because there are 5 literacy components for children to choose from when they are working independently during their reading block. The components are read to self, where students read independently with books at their level, and listen to reading with CD players or on the computer, word work, work on writing, and read to someone. It is not called the Daily 5 because they have to do all 5 of these each day. In our classroom, the students choose 3 of them each day.
Hi, my name is Whitney Olson, and I am the multi-age 4th and 5th grade teacher at Riverside. I am also a first-year teacher, and the Daily 5 has definitely helped me set up my classroom for management, putting together pieces of assessment and instruction. From the moment you walk into Riverside, you feel a sense of urgency with our students and the staff. It's not a stressful feeling, it's a calm buzz of learning. And the Daily 5 teaches the gradual release of independence and responsibility for the students. They are able to pick and choose their own activity, while I am able to conference and work with a small group. Sometimes I can work with individuals, and definitely in a multi-age, it helps to reach all of my students. When given the opportunity for the students to pick, they are more apt to learn. They're making their own choice instead of all the choices being made for them. From the beginning of the year, we work on stamina. Kindergarten through 5th grade, we've worked on stamina. And this helps them with all subjects, and it's also going to help them become better test takers. They're able to sit and focus for a longer period of time.
Oops. Well, leave it to me to do something foolish. Thanks. Okay. This is an example of eye charts, which are a huge part of the protocol in Daily 5 and Cafe, in which teachers and students together learn the protocol, practice the protocol the right way and the wrong way, and these are posted in the classroom. These happen to be Mrs. Staub's eye charts. Okay, which button now? I am really kind of testy. I'm Holly Mead. I'm a 5th grade teacher. I get to teach these lovely children. I've been working with Cafe and Daily 5 for 4 years now. And it started as a grassroots movement at Riverside with a group of teachers who were looking for something, a way to make their teaching more meaningful to students. And so it started as a learning community. And then Mr. Beck came on board as our administrator. And he really wanted to have conversations about the validity of Daily 5 and Cafe. He wasn't ready to jump right on board. He wanted to know what was the research behind it. So we had some great and sometimes fierce collaborative discussions, and Mr. Beck saw it in action, approved it, and this year we formally implemented it throughout the entire building. The Daily 5 you heard about explains the structure of the block, but Cafe is the meat of the program. It's where the teaching strategies come in. Comprehension as the C, and it's I understand what I read. In this, the touch points are inferring, predicting, all those really good things that teachers teach kids about understanding what they read. We assess, and then we go with comprehension. The A is the accuracy. I can read the words. In the upper grades, it's awareness of text structure. This is where Words Their Way fits in beautifully, the district curriculum, with teaching kids about structure and phonemic awareness. I have the hang of it now. Fluency is where we work on prosody and rate and all of those things that make kids able to read smoothly with intonation and therefore understand what they read. I was so excited when the district chose Good Habits, Great Readers as a reading program because it dovetails just beautifully with Cafe and Daily 5. They complement each other and they enhance each other. So that was thrilling. And our last one is expanding vocabulary. And the word that my fifth graders would use, and you'd be impressed by them, is voracious reading. They are constantly exposed to authentic, good text in which they learn the meaning of words in an authentic way with real text. And so when you have cafe, you can switch that acronym around and see the face of a reader.
So, the flavor of a Daily 5 Cafe school, we're at Riverside School, it's commonality. Commonality with all of us. All of our students, all of our teachers, our staff, our parents know about the structure and the meaning of Daily 5 and Cafe. It's building-wide implementation. Our ESL teachers are aware of it and use it. Our Title I teachers, our special ed teachers, all of our teachers. It provides smooth grade level transitions from kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. We start the year, children know about the structure and can independently work as teachers teach. Focused professional development. All of our professional development centers on Daily 5 at some point or another during each weekly time. And it's a united culture. The culture of our building is on growth. We know that every kid can improve, every teacher can improve, every person can improve. And Daily 5 gives us that structure and that mindset to have everybody become a better reader and writer and in every subject. And ultimately increase student achievement. Next, we would like to have our students sing for you our cafe song. Under the direction of Miss Allison Bondi, Riverside's music teacher. The song was written by Beth Anderson here, our fourth grade teacher. Here are our fifth and some of our fourth grade students who are available tonight to sing for you the cafe song. questions or anything, feel free to stop out at Riverside anytime. We really would like to see you. And
I would like to just wrap up by making certain the board members are aware, and certainly the community members that are here are aware, that Riverside had shown, and you know, John knows this, I carry around a binder with me when we're making decisions in the district. The binder that I carry has all of the assessment results from all the different schools. I just assume that if we're going to make decisions, let's make those decisions based on the assessment results that we're seeing, where we have success and where we're having challenges. Riverside is among the schools that had the highest levels of growth last year on ITBS, and there are some who would say, well, because of, at any given school, because of a certain demographic factor or something like that, you might expect this or that. I'm not saying Riverside did a great job simply based on their demographic situation or anything like that. I'm saying they did a great job in comparison to all other schools, not just in this district, but very likely in the state as well. And that doesn't happen without extraordinary students. High fives. Extraordinary students, but also extraordinary staff members. Thank you for all that you do, and great leadership, of course, as well. Thank you very much.
How are your socks?
My socks were knocked off as the students promised me they would.
Thank you.
I came out and said, thank the students for coming, and they said, we're going to knock your socks off. So I sat here holding on to them, and we're going to be okay. Thank you so much for your great work. You are doing incredible things at Riverside.
Thank you, everyone, and please,